Keep moving! Keep moving! Can't see a bloody thing.
The dark matter is moving again. Astrogen is gone. Devoured.
How far back does this crawl space go? Oh, don't tell me. The panic room at the end of the universe?
Something like that. When I first conceived the smart house, I planned for a sort of bomb shelter in case of catastrophe. The house must have determined our location and shifted all the remaining matter to form it here.
But there's no supplies. There's not even a toilet.
And we're not aging, and we won't get hungry either. In the battle with the dark matter, the house is using the energy from our bodies for sustenance.
But vitality is gone. Lost.
Yes. The house is brain dead, but like a person in a vegetative state, the body still functions, carrying out certain reflexive activities.
Is that why the dark matter is moving so erratically now?
Could be. Either that or it's just playing with its food before eating it.
Great. How long can we hold out?
Potentially forever, depending. But it's not an immortality I would covet. More like
A perpetual living death.
a long, slow drift toward entropy, with our bodies and minds becoming ever more feeble. Eventually, we'll be a little more than zombies. But not to worry, I just have to access the interface.
Bill.
Okay, worry. The dark matter must have infiltrated the circulatory veins. We're locked out.
Why am I not surprised?
This can't be. It can't be. I couldn't have miscalculated this badly.
So much for let's go get them, huh?
My name is Theresa, and I'm a prisoner in space and time. My jail consists of a single room, beyond which encroaches the great abyss of dark matter, stretching as far as the eye can detect. I share my imprisonment with two men, Bill Clark, the scientist who built this smart house, and Travis Crabtree, a man of secrets whom we know little about, save that he claims to have lived this life a dozen times before. For us, time is slowed, reduced to a crawl by the clashing forces of the dark matter outside and what remains of the smart house inside. We do not grow hungry, nor do we age. Like insects trapped in amber, we are time's forgotten children. Yet despite this predicament, our thoughts are not for ourselves, but for the companions we have lost. Vitality, the spirit of the smart house who nurtured and cared for us. Sergeant Brick, a soldier murdered during battle. Astrid, my friend, who became the dark matter's human vessel and was cast into limbo during our final confrontation. And Arlo. When last we saw him, he was engaging the dark matter entity. His final act was one of self-sacrifice. The teleportation of Travis, Bill, and myself far from the field of battle. Matter never dies, I said to Bill. And so we harbor hope that our friends still exist somewhere. A reality for every thought. A reality for every dream. A reality for every hope. Now, with options for survival limited, I must seek the pathway to those realities and dreams. Who I am, what I am, can yet find purpose in this vanishing universe. We can escape this prison, and I must be the one to lead us out of this darkness, into the light beyond, to safety and a new dawn.
out of Ward 6.
It's all right, Astrid. You're safe now. Vitality 2. At least I think we are. Somehow, I don't think we're in Kansas anymore.
Who are you? Where am I?
It's all right. It's me, Arlo. I'm going to protect you.
Joshua? Is it really you? Father told me you killed yourself.
No, it's me, Arlo. Remember? Arlo, your friend. I'm so sorry, Astrid. I couldn't. When I touched the thing in the dark matter, I tried to pull out every piece of you in vitality that I could find, but there were parts that I couldn't touch. Locked away parts that I couldn't reach. I had no idea. I didn't know that.
I'm not who I am.
Astrid, listen to me, all right? I want you to stay here until I know this place is safe. I'm just going to go upstairs and look around, all right? See, there's a door. I'll be right back.
No, don't leave me. I can't stay in the dark inside. I'm cold. I'm cold. Parts of me are empty.
It's okay. There may be people here who can help us. Maybe they can help us rescue the others.
No. Ethan is here. He wants to take what's left of me. He took so much, but he still wants more.
Ethan? Your father? How could he be in this place?
We've got to leave. Now. This is not a good place. It's an old, ruined place. Soiled. Can't you feel it?
It's different than our smart house, but the chill is the same. Remember how our smart house was always cold, like a draft was following us around? I feel the same thing here. I'm taking that as a good sign. But there is something familiar here.
We don't want to be here. It's the end of days. Abandon all hope. Please trust me. We've got to run.
I do trust you, Astrid. I always have. But I'm not strong enough right now to get us someplace else. I don't know where here is, or how I brought us into it. And besides, you need medical attention, your memory.
See? Everything's fine. At least I think it's fine. Hello? Is anybody here? We come in peace. We could really use some help here. What? Just realized you could have a V8?
This thing, it's worse than useless. The main interface is shot, and power's failing by the minute.
The smart house is absorbing energy from the device.
Yeah, it's basic to the core programming. Keep the denizens alive, at all costs.
I'm sorry. I know you had hoped we could use it to find the others.
Without the scanner, I can't do anything, Theresa. I can't work the equations, can't formulate an escape route, Can't punch a hole in the quantum structure. If only I'd had more time to prepare.
Don't punish yourself, Bill. It serves no purpose, and we need you to focus on the present.
But I'm certain that with the right equipment, I could trigger a portal.
You are being stubborn, Bill. We are without useful technology now, so it cannot come to our aid. The sooner you come to terms with that scientific fact, the better. The only way to escape from this quantum dead end
Is metaphysical, right? Psychic?
Yes.
I don't know, Theresa.
Let's go get them, you said to me. Did I misunderstand? Is this still your plan?
How can we find Astrid and Arlo when we can't even rescue ourselves?
Listen to me. The answer rests inside you. You must learn to think in a new way.
I'm trying. Believe me, I'm trying. It's what Astrid... It's what she would want. For us to remain together, be a family. It's what she told me.
Perhaps if you would share your reservations with me.
You were wrong about the house choosing you, Theresa, so I just don't see how your way
Your
is going...
assessment is correct, Bill. I was wrong. But I am not ashamed for following my heart. I did what I believed was right.
Then help me to understand. I want to understand.
Have you considered that Vitality did not choose me for a reason? That she preserved me for this very day, to save us from this very fate? If Vitality exists in any reality, I believe she will seek to fulfill her mission of keeping us alive, as she did when the Outdwellers captured us. But we must meet her halfway. Hopefully, she can reach out to us, build half a bridge, but we must create the other half. And to do this, you require my help, my skills.
So what are we supposed to do? Yoga? Chanting? Primal screams?
I must train you both, as I was once trained, to be psychic astronauts, to master your minds and control your bodies.
Astral projection for dummies.
I'm sorry, but I fear there is no other way. You must choose this path or remain here in permanent living death, with only each other for company. The decision is yours to make, but know this. I plan to go. To build that bridge to Vitality and walk across it.
What exactly would this training entail?
First, trust me. Second, let go of your ego. Though you will find this step especially difficult.
Astrid, please, this is not the time for ass kicking. My friend needs help. Do any of you have medical experience? Rick, I thought you were dead.
Who are you and how the hell do you know who I am?
I told you. I'm Arlo. Please, Astrid needs help.
That's
Can you?
Astrid?
Yes. You don't remember us, do you?
No, should I?
I don't know. In another reality, we lived in the same house.
Prove it.
Your favorite gun. You called him Uncle Nasty.
I haven't seen Uncle Nasty in years. I lost him in a firefight after 315.
Trust us, please. We're not armed, and we've lost our friends.
Are there more people here?
I don't know. We just arrived, actually. I'm not even sure if there's a kitchen here.
Okay. You guys hang tight. I'll see what we can do for the little lady here in a few minutes. Affirmative?
Affirmative. What are you going to do?
My job. Stay here. Don't interfere. What the hell is that noise?
No, it doesn't sound human.
hurled headlong to bottomless perdition. Sorry, that was pretty, wasn't it?
I feel like a friggin' pretzel.
Please, silence your thoughts and focus on the eternal moment of now.
If this eternal moment of now lasts any longer, I'm getting a leg cramp.
Breathe deeply and slowly. It is not a physical place you seek, but rather a state of mind, a state of communion, enjoyment.
Wow, just like Woodstock.
Bill,
I just don't think I can do this.
thinking is the enemy of meditation. You must resist the urge to intellectualize.
That's the problem. I can't stop intellectualizing, Theresa. If this is going to work for me, I need context.
Fact. Arlo has traveled between realities with no instrumentation. Fact. You have seen me bilocate with your own eyes. And fact. This house has remotely pulled us all to this location on multiple occasions without any of us having any equipment.
Still can't see anything but the dark. Endless dark.
That's all you've ever seen, isn't it?
And I suppose this is working just fine and dandy for you?
So what if it is? You're harshing my mellow.
Stop arguing and visualize that which we love, Arlo and Astrid. We can see them with Vitality's eyes. She can help us make our bodies substantial in a new place, just as she once brought us here.
I don't mean to be your trouble student.
Something is holding you back, keeping you from letting go.
I don't know what it is.
You do know. Some part of you must.
I feel like I'm stuck in my own head.
This is a conversation you and I have avoided for too long, Bill. Now it must all be said. Why are you always so hostile?
What?
You heard me. Why are you so hostile? Why do my beliefs threaten you?
They're anti-science. They encourage fantasy.
But why is that a threat to you personally?
I just don't like to see smart people hoodwinked.
As always, you evade my question nimbly, but you do not answer it. We are not talking about other people, intelligent or otherwise. We're talking about you, Bill Clark.
If your beliefs had any validity, we'd have scientific evidence of them by now.
Again, a deflection. I am asking you to look inside and see the truth that you shy away from. What is it inside you that refuses to believe?
I wish I knew. I'm just not...
Wired that way? You've said that before. It is a convenient expression.
Well, since you can read minds, Theresa, why don't you tell me what my problem is?
I cannot open the perfect little boxes you keep closed. This is a matter of life and death, Bill. Your life and death. Until you can look inward and confront your fear, you will not be able to participate in this exercise.
Did you just ban him from the meditation circle?
After a fashion.
I can't believe he can do this, but I can't.
Despite his sarcasm, Travis is not nearly so resistant. Why is that?
I'm just a wild and crazy guy, I guess.
Travis, please.
I don't resist this. I can't resist this. Because I've lived in this house for God knows how long, and in God knows how many lives. I know there's something beyond this life because I've died and come back. I felt everything that I am just seep away into nothingness, and then come back from the precipice. So you tell me that we can move our bodies from one reality to another. Fine, I can accept that. Especially if I get to see Astrid alive again. Hell, I visualize that reality right now.
So, you believe we can just waltz into another quantum reality, find Astrid, and pick up where we left off? I sent her into oblivion, Travis. Even if we could escape this place, we'd just find disappointment. We've lost her.
Maybe I have more faith in that.
Well, I don't.
And that's just why you fail.
He's right, Bill. We shall leave you. We shall have no choice. This will be your prison for all time, or until the dark matter comes. Is that your desire?
You know it isn't. I asked you for help and you abandoned me?
I have not. I have simply asked you to look inside yourself and seek the answer to a question. Can you seek that answer, Bill? Why do my beliefs scare you? Why can't you let go?
The hell was that? What happened to Hickman?
Did you know?
I don't know, but it's weird and pissed off.
I told you, it's Father. It's the Reverend. He's here. And he's not leaving till he gets what he wants.
What does he want?
Souls. She always is sure. He's beckoning us. That noise, it's his hymn. Can't you hear it?
Come on, snap out of it!
Father? Father, have you come for me? Father has finally found his holy temple.
It's not your father, Astrid.
For thine is the glory, O conquering Father. Keep thy fold of grapefruit where thy body lay.
She doesn't need a doctor, she needs a straitjacket.
She's just a little scattered. She's been through a lot.
Blinds us with its magnificence.
Astrid, I know you're scared, but we need you. I need you.
Yeah, it's a discarnate, all right. I've seen my share of them, but never anything like that.
A discarnate.
You know, they congregate around smart houses in the null space.
Mary Cox, the temple of immensity. It hath taken me, hath taken us all.
What she's trying to say is we've encountered ghosts before. Can you get us out of this place, take us to your home base? I mean, if ever there was time for a strategic retreat.
Sorry, one-way trip. At least until I get the loop installed.
What's that?
It's, I don't know all the details. It's kind of like a teleporter, communicator. That's all they really tell me.
Can you hook it up here, now? Get us out of this place?
Not until I find the power source, the LAR. This sure as hell isn't like any smart house I've ever seen.
Speaking of which, our Laura isn't here. Her name's Vitality. We came from a smart house, one that was being destroyed by dark matter.
She might be able to help us find the power source. You, talk to her?
Not exactly, but I know somebody who does, if we can rescue her. Vitality, it's me, Arlo. I can't understand you, but I hope you can understand me. Theresa, Bill, and Travis are trapped in the shell you once inhabited. In another quantum reality, I think. I need you to reach out to them. It's a matter of life and death for all of us. Theresa can help us deal with this thing, I'm sure of it. She can help us understand what we're facing.
Why is he talking to the clock?
I found them. Vitality reaches out. The bridge is built.
What? Are they alive? Is Astrid...
I shall return. I promise.
Did you see what she saw?
I didn't see a friggin' thing. Seriously. You think she'll come back for us?
She promised. But I don't suppose I could blame her if she didn't.
I'm a nice guy. You're the jerk.
When we get rescued. Where does that leave us, Travis? Enemies again?
Let's just wait and see what happens. before we decided to become BFFs.
I will never understand you. I try to hold out an olive branch.
Don't get so superior. You think I'm a liar. You never believed in my individual time loop, have you?
Honestly? No.
I've waited a long time to show you this. I think this is the time. Read it and weep.
These are nuclear missile launch codes.
Wait, there's this too.
What is this?
You should get the gist pretty quickly. It's a letter I've been keeping since I first woke up here. A letter I wrote to myself from the year 2045, when I'm president in perpetuity of the United States of America. God, what a great country.
This says that you were a snapshot of President Travis L. Crabtree, pulled from November 3rd, 2004. Ready to assume the presidency on day one when your older self dies. That you are stored in this most unusual house with its designer and 2 psychic bodyguards. The nuclear codes were sent as evidence of your identity. Do you actually believe this?
Keep reading, Pancho.
At such time as you are required to fulfill your God-given role as president, you will be rescued from the house by agents of the U.S. government.
See, that's why I can't die. The house must be programmed with...
What? A reset button based on your quantum imprimatur, so that if your life readings dip below a certain viability...
Everything starts over with me safe. See how the pieces are fitting?
It's a clever story, Travis, I'll grant you that. But I have an alternate explanation.
Hold up, Captain America, I'm not finished. See that last paragraph?
It talks about a mole, someone inside the house working against you.
A presidential assassin, Bill, that's what it's talking about.
You have lost it, Travis. This is paranoid nonsense.
What was the first thing you told me when we argued in Arlo's kitchen?
That you had just taken an enormous dump so you knew the plumbing worked.
Besides that,
That you had argued cases before the Supreme Court, and that when you talked, people listened.
and what did Sam, your own brother, call me?
Solicitor General Crabtree.
Exactly. Now use that steel trap brain of yours and extrapolate some. If, like Sam told us, we were in some kind of war with the outdwellers in the late 2020s or early 2030s, and I was in a presidential cabinet, and next in line of succession...
Give me a break.
See, Bill? I know you want this to be about you, but this whole place was designed for me. Not so much as a smart house, but a presidential safe house. You're the designer the letter mentions. And Astrid and Arlo, straight from your very secret of DoD Ward 6, are the only people from your time with the ability to manipulate reality without instrumentation. Therefore, they must be my psychic bodyguards, don't you think? The first time I met Theresa, I knocked her out because I thought she might be the assassin. Later, I suspected Sanj. But I know better now. I finally know better.
Are you finished? Because if you are finished, Mr. President, I'd like to speak.
Hit me with your best shot, Pat Benatar. Fire away.
If some part of you actually believes this fantasy, the house would reflect that belief and provide both this ludicrous letter and the code card. This house reshapes reality, in case you've forgotten. And you're obviously a deluded egotist. This isn't your first presidential fantasy.
Just imagine for a minute that you're me, alright? You end up in this weird-ass house with people you don't know, but this letter says that some people are here to protect you and others are here to hurt you. You have no weapons, no defenses. Your only tool to figure it all out is...
What? Manipulation? Like getting me so angry I'd throw a bottle at a wall?
Something like that, yeah. I didn't truly start putting everything together to the last go-around, when you revealed the nature of the smart house and told us about Francis Mayhaven. Then Arlo came back with his freaky powers, and I started getting it. He's definitely a bodyguard.
Give me a break.
Why do you think I volunteered to pull him out of the quantum stream with my bare hands, or kept Sam from feeding him to the outdwellers in the sunroom? Here's why. Because even when he died, Arlo was fulfilling his mission, protecting his commander-in-chief from the dark matter entity.
You know, Travis, I'm speechless. Absolutely speechless.
First time for everything, I guess. Now that you know, you realize I have to kill you, right?
Yeah, very funny, Travis.
How are you holding up? Can you remember anything else?
It's still a jumble, but some things are becoming clearer.
What things?
A house. Feeling in the middle. But the middle of what, I don't know.
I'm sure it'll all come back to you. Or most of it. Just give it time. Theresa!
It is pleasing to see you too, Arlo.
I missed you too. I can see you're fully calibrated.
Indeed. Astrid, is she?
She's alive. What about the others?
Travis and Bill survived.
no one believes me. He wants us to join his congregation. Your father. In this place?
There is something here. Some kind of monster. It killed 2 of Sergeant Brick's men.
Explain, please.
I think we jumped quantum realities. It's not the Sergeant Brick we knew. It's not our friend.
I see.
Grand Central Station in here. Are you Theresa?
Yes.
Arlo tells me you're a psychic astronaut. You do that psychic dog and pony trick he was telling me about?
If I comprehend your meaning, yes.
Then we need your help. The discarnate activity here is nuts.
I see.
Come with me.
Show me.
What do you do? We should rest.
I have to protect her. She's my friend. I don't remember a lot, but I remember that clear as day. Do you feel him?
I feel something. Yes, I can sense it now. Something thirsty. A parasite, perhaps? Are any of you familiar with the term prana? Prana is an ancient Sanskrit word. Roughly translated, it means force of life.
The soul.
Prana is the very thing that distinguishes a living person from a corpse, from carrion.
Are you saying that thing in the next room eats souls?
I've never encountered anything like this before, so I struggle for the words. It is, crudely put, a pranic vampire.
It's a sin eater. It eats a soul's filth.
Like the dark matter from which it apparently incubated, it devours everything. Souls, conscious thought, matter itself, perhaps even sin, if such a thing exists.
Is it my father?
It has been in contact with you, Astrid. When you and Arlo first arrived, you brought it with you.
When I dragged Astrid's consciousness from the dark matter, something else must have attached itself.
I fear the manifestation process gave this thing tactile form, but it struggles to survive, to coalesce, needing energy to sustain itself. It seems the story is the same in every reality. In the war between dark matter and smart houses, human beings are the last usable resource.
Then it is Ethan. He was with me in the dark matter, and he was a user then too. A taker, a soul sucker. He tried to take everything from me. There are things that, once taken, can't be given back.
Sorry. I wish I could have taken the memory from you.
Why do I remember him? I can hardly remember anything about myself, about you, about where I've been. The father is right there in my mind, crystal clear.
Our most immutable memories are often those from childhood, Astrid.
You know, this is really interesting and all, but how do we kill the damn thing?
It consumes energy, so perhaps we deny it the energy it requires.
But what kind of energy? Conscious thought? Biological matter? Souls? The only way we can deny it energy is if we're dead.
This does pose a problem. I am at a loss.
Do not join those who drink too much wine, nor gorge themselves on meat. For drunkards and gluttons become poor, and drowsiness clothes them in rags.
She certainly remembers her scripture.
Astrid.
Don't you see? We don't starve it. We gorge it.
You mean feed it? Oh no.
You suggest we overload it? Stoke its avarice. Evil cannot help but overindulge. By its very nature, it takes more than it needs. Astrid, you may be right.
Gluttony is a mortal sin.
Only one problem. What do we feed it?
Fear. Father likes the taste of fear best of all.
Sounds like a really bad idea. I mean, there are only 4 of us. It's hardly a feast. Maybe not even lunch.
Indeed. The men it killed, did it do so simultaneously?
No, it took them one at a time.
And it's been a while since we've heard from it.
That may prove to be the key. There appears to be an interval of digestion.
I think it just rang the dinner bell.
Please, follow me. We must all go together. Ask you to release me. We have very little time.
This isn't your fight, Theresa. He's not your father. I take point. If that thing was a feast of fear and sin, he could choke on what I have inside. I've got a lifetime of it.
Suicide is a mortal sin, May. Thy father's hand is a blessing.
How do you feel?
20 pounds lighter. And not nearly so pissed off.
I guess its tendrils were bigger than its stomach.
The best damn thing I ever felt. Guts were still shaking when I got electrocuted.
Bill and Travis, can you get them here?
I promised. They are my students, and I must not let them down.
We don't have much time.
I'm having a hard time staying awake.
This universe is contracting. The house is drawing from us more and more. Soon we won't be able to consciously process thought.
I know. That's why I told you everything. I've been holding on to that for a long time.
A deathbed confession, is that what you're saying, Travis?
Your deathbed, Bill. You see, I figured out the last piece. You're not just the designer. You're the presidential assassin.
Okay, what's that supposed to mean?
Why do you think you die in every cycle? And why is the house holding you here? And why everything you see is black? Because the house is protecting me from you.
Mm-hmm. Well, I hate to bring this up, but you're trapped here too.
Remember when you asked me if I saw anything when Theresa disappeared?
Yeah, so what?
I lied. Goodbye, Bill. I made it. It's close.
Well, where's Bill?
I swear. I looked back, he was right there. He told me to go first. He must have known only one of us would make it.
Can you go back and get him? Pull him out yourself?
Wait a second. Who's Bill?